Some people just watch movies, and that's fine. But some of us, we live them. If you're a movie nerd, then you really should consider watching The Studio. The Studio follows a legacy Hollywood movie studio striving to survive in a world where it is increasingly difficult for art and business to live together. The series premiered March 26th on Apple TV Plus and will continue weekly. Now, before we get too far into the review, I do want to bring this up. This is something that people have told me to do for a long time, and I never have, but I finally did. And what it is, I turned on channel memberships. Now, if you don't want to hear anything about the channel memberships, you want to just get to the review, just go to this time code down below. But here's the thing. I turned them on Tuesday, March 25th. And during the live stream, I got an absolutely astounding 24 memberships just during the live stream. And these are the people that signed up or were gifted a sub. So basically, the level 2 orderlies are the extra special ones here. Of course, Rufus the Red, who gifted so many memberships, it was crazy. And Staff Aux. Thank you both for signing up to be level 2 orderlies. But what does this get you? Well, nothing on this channel will change. It's going to be the exact same. If you want to sign up for a channel membership, you'll get at least one extra bonus. Okay? So first up, you get emotes, you get the chat badges and all that kind of stuff on the live stream. You get an exclusive member post that will basically request you to recommend a movie to me. Now, once we figure out what the best movies are, I guess the most requested movies or the most upvoted movies, what we'll do is a member poll. And then you will vote on which movie that I will watch. And what I will do is over on my Discord channel, which is also listed in the description below, if you want to join, once a month, we'll watch a movie together and I will comment on it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So it could be really interesting. I mean, we could end up with some really good movies or some really bad ones, but we'll see. But basically, it's a way for you to support the channel if you want to. But again, there's no obligation or anything like that. But for those of you who have signed up, thank you so much. And if for whatever reason you were gifted one and you didn't even know what was going on, well, congratulations. If you want to join the orderlies in all the fun that's coming soon, well, just click the button right next to the subscribe button. So if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you probably know this already. I'm a huge movie nerd. Like, Hollywood fascinates me. It always has. I've loved movies as a kid. I used to like memorize the credits. Like, I could tell you who the director was for this and that and who did the music and all that kind of stuff. It was probably pretty strange for everyone who knew me. But when I started working at Blockbuster, well, it made me into a fanatic because it changed the way that I looked at the Hollywood, at the different studios and the decisions they made, how they marketed, all that kind of stuff. I got to see some of the inner workings. I mean, not from from the the theatrical way of thinking, but the home video way of thinking. It was pretty cool. But anyway, the movie industry is a business, right? It's always fascinated me the difference between creativity and the financing, and how the financing gives money to the creatives. They make this thing, and the financial, it's always a battle between the two, and it's interesting to me. Well, the studio uses all of that as its setting. That's where this is set. It's set in the movie industry, and it's in this one studio, and the whole show just feels tailor made for me. Now, usually when I do a review of an episode or a series or anything like that, usually it's a weekly thing. I don't really plan on reviewing any more of the studio. I'm just going to enjoy it, but I did want to talk about it. And these first 2 episodes that Apple released on well, it was actually Tuesday night. I just had to talk about it. I had to talk about it. I didn't want to wait until the season was over, and I wanted you to know about it. The actors here are all like absolutely fantastic, and I'll get into some of them. I don't want to give you all the details because half the fun is seeing some of these incredible stars just show up in the show. But To start off, Seth Rogen is the star of this show, and he's not always my cup of tea. He's one of those actors that, he's in movies that I really like, but I don't know. He's not always my thing. But he has done some amazing work behind the scenes. He's produced some really, really big shows over the last, I don't know, 10, 20 years. It's been kind of impressive to see. But he's great in this show. He's exactly what you want in this type of role. And it's a lot of fun to watch. I'll also say that Catherine Hahn, who is just insanely good, like in everything I've ever seen her in, she's amazing. And Catherine O'Hara, she's a great as well. Those are the two standouts in the first two episodes that I've watched so far. There are others, but I don't want to tell you who they are. The first episode is great at sort of setting the stage of where we are and what we're doing and all that kind of stuff. And I have to say, I laughed out loud multiple times. It is hilarious. If you know your Hollywood history, you're going to have a good time with this because there's a lot of sort of insider talk that is just, it's hilarious if you know what they're talking about. And that's why I'm like, I'm not exactly sure if this show is going to be for everybody, but seriously, it's hilarious. And there are a ton of celebrity cameos, multiple cameos from all over the Hollywood industry. And I will say it was a huge surprise. I didn't know some of these people were going to be in it. And if you want to watch this show, don't go to IMDb because IMDb ruins it. And the second episode is called The Oneer, which is, if you don't know what a oneer is, it's one shot. It's a long shot done in one extremely long take. You've seen it in things like Goodfellas. Of course, 1917 is a great example. I mean, the whole movie is sort of like a series of oneers meant to kind of keep you locked into the action the whole movie. I mean, if you know what you're looking for, there are obvious places where it's like, okay, they cut here and now here's a new shot or a new take. But yeah, it's really, really impressive when a oneer comes along. The episode is about the new studio head attending the shoot, like a film shoot, and at the end of this movie that they're shooting, there's a oneer. And he's kind of a movie dork, and he wants to see this oneer being shot. And it's all done as a oneer. This whole episode is a oneer. Very, very impressive stuff. If you've ever been on a movie set before, this is like coming home because everything is familiar. The way that everything is set up. You've got your video village, you've got your PAs, you've got your costume people. I mean, it's very familiar to me. And so I was really kind of digging that, but it also gave me an incredible amount of anxiety. It's funny, but it gave me anxiety. Like I felt like I was watching Uncut Gems again. It was very, very intense if you've been in the movie industry before, because it's like, Now it may be intense for you if you've never been on a movie set, but all I can say is I was incredibly impressed with both of these episodes. And it just makes it, this is a must watch. This could be one of my favorite shows of the year. So again, this is on Apple TV Plus. It's a very, very low subscription, with respect to some of the other streamers. So I would highly recommend you signing up for them. There's many, many great shows on Apple TV Plus, including, Severance and For All Mankind and Ted Lasso and Shrinking. There's a lot of great shows for you to watch. But I'm curious, have you seen The Studio and what do you think of it? Let's talk about it down in the comment section below because, hey, that's where all the fun happens. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you on the next one.